Tonight, in-depth coverage of President Biden's latest plans to get more Americans vaccinated.
This afternoon, the president announced sweeping new mandates that impact roughly 100 million people.
He said unvaccinated Americans are causing a lot of damage and his patience is wearing thin. Our coverage begins tonight with 12 News reporter Kim Kalunian. Kim?
Well, Shannon and Mike, the president taking the most forceful action we've seen to date as the country deals with more cases, deaths, and hospitalizations due to COVID than we saw this time last year.
We still have nearly 80 million Americans who have failed to get the shot.
President Joe Biden expressing frustration Thursday and doubling down, announcing federal workers will no longer be able to opt out of vaccination through regular testing, and calling on all businesses with at least 100 employees to mandate vaccines for workers or else have them tested weekly for the virus.
My message to unvaccinated Americans is this: what more is there to wait for?
The Associated Press reports businesses that fail to comply will face a $14,000 penalty per violation. Some of Rhode Island's largest employers are the hospitals and universities like URI and Brown, which already have vaccine mandates for their workers. CVS will also require certain employees and corporate staff to be fully vaccinated by the end of October.
What makes it incredibly more frustrating is that we have the tools to combat COVID-19, and a distinct minority of Americans, supported by a distinct minority of elected officials, are keeping us from turning the corner.
The president's mandates are already getting pushback. The Republican National Committee says they intend to sue when the new rules go into effect, a date that has yet to be announced. And the president is also calling on states to mandate vaccines for K-12 school workers, something Rhode Island has opted not to do as of yet, citing a high rate of voluntary vaccination among teachers. So just how many people in Rhode Island are vaccinated? Well, according to the latest health department data, just over 761,000 people are partially vaccinated, and more than 693,000, roughly 62% of the state's population, are now fully vaccinated. And tonight, our Rob Nesbitt got reaction to the president's address from one of the country's leading medical experts, Dr. Ashish Jha. So, Rob, what did he have to say?
Kim, Dr. Jha says that the health measures laid out by President Biden today are what's needed to get the pandemic under control, but he was hoping for more mandates at colleges and airports.
As millions of Americans found out that they will be required to get vaccinated, Dean of Public Health at Brown University, Dr. Ashish Jha, was most pleased with President Biden's announcement that rapid test kits will be made available at retail stores and pharmacies by next week.
We need cheap, ubiquitous testing, antigen tests, other types of cheap tests that return results quickly.
Dr. Jha does not think the president went far enough with his vaccine requirements.
I had wanted to see mandates for colleges and universities who take federal dollars.
One of the country's leading health experts on COVID says that vaccines for those boarding an airplane also could have been added to the president's list.
I think the data suggests that interstate travel itself is not a major source of spread, and I can understand the choice not to. It would have made a big difference, and I wish the White House had considered it.
Biden did move to double federal fines for airline passengers who refuse to mask up on flights. When it comes to vaccine hesitancy, Dr. Jha says that misinformation and disinformation are the two biggest factors, using the example of women who are worried that a COVID vaccine will affect their ability to have children.
People should feel confident getting vaccinated, knowing that that there's really no reason to think it's going to affect fertility.
Dr. Jha was asked when he thinks the pandemic will end, if ever. He says that more people getting vaccinated will speed up that timeline, but that he's hopeful the new mandates will put the U.S. in a better place by the start of 2022. Reporting live in studio, I'm Rob Nesbitt, 12 News.